Hello, my name is Zuckett, and we are playing FTB Presents Integration by Parts DX. And first thing we're going to do today is make some Invar. We need a lot of hemp. My mouse is acting funny. It's like 48 hemp fiber for each sail for these windmills. So we got 8 sails, or we got 8 sails per windmill. 8, whatever you call those things. And we got 5 windmills. We got 6 of the sails on. You can see how much faster it's moving. We want to do that with all of it, but doing it by hand is too slow. So we're going to take some Invar. We're going to turn our jetpack off. And we're going to make a plate. We got some iron plates. We'll need those too. Now what we're going to do, I didn't think we could make these. All we need is a redstonium crystal. Going to make ourselves an aqueous accumulator. Now if we put the aqueous accumulator into an infinite water source, it'll just create water for us. And we're going to need some water, because we're going to make some garden cloches, and we're going to start with 2 of them. We do need walnut leaves specifically. Now we've got all of the saplings, but we could use the tremendous mechanic to breed them from other saplings. But it's just as easy to use the nature's compass and find one of those like every wood forests. Oh, let's see, 5 gonna be enough? All right. Now to make these electron tubes, we're gonna need, let's grab a redstone, we'll need a diamond, and we'll need a glass. And we'll just make the redstonium, right? We'll put the glass, okay, well it took it off. Okay, glass and redstonium and a diamond. And that'll get us our tubes, nice. All right. Now for each of these, we're gonna need 4 blocks of ironium crystals. Now fortunately, we can do these with the blocks of iron. We don't need to do it with like 36 iron ingots. Now we're also gonna need, because we don't have the components to make this machine, we're also gonna need to make some fire charges. And then let's see, 6 quartz, 6 sand, 6 obsidian. Alright, we don't have that much sand. I don't feel like grinding any up right now. Oh, quartz. Let's go get the quartz real quick. Right. And this should give us, some. We're also going to need a green bean pie, because why not? There we go. And this ironium crystal should be done. Let's go ahead and make the harvester. And now we just need, what, a little bit of treated wood? I think just a little bit of treated wood. And we'll have our garden cloche. Now that was a couple of quests. We did get some more garden cloches. That's nice. Well, we got 1 more. And we got 2 item collectors. We're going to put these things right out here. Well, not quite like that. We'll put them right next to each other. All fancy-like. Now this backside here, this is where you pipe in water. And that's just what we're going to do. We're going to put water bucket down here. And a water bucket down here. And an aqueous accumulator down. You see it fills up with water. By default it has a 4 bucket buffer. And we can set this to extract. Now if we go into the GUI of these things, we can see that they're filling up with water. They don't use a lot of water. That'll be plenty. We are going to want to give it some dirt. And we're also going to want to give it some power. So we'll run up here, we'll put some connectors down. Whoops, there we go. Kind of shift click them. Now I did bring out two of these, I guess, and the Eclipsonaut had mentioned that if we hit these with the hammer, that we can get this little structure to appear. Yep, sure enough. Alright, thank you very much, the Eclipsonaut. We're going to go ahead and slap a relay right down here. And we got our insulated wire. Oh, we're going to need another connector. Need a connector on this side. Let's go ahead and make sure that all these sides are set to output. Maybe the back side too, just in case. Okay, yeah, very good. Now we can take it and send it here. And from here, we can connect to these two things. Got power. Very good. All we need to do, I hope, is throw some seeds in here. And we can also put in like fertilizer, like bone meal and stuff, I think over here. That'll speed it up. But this will just start growing and harvesting hemp for us automatically. And we're going to put a little chest over here. Set these to extract, and we should be styling. Right? Right? You're going to extract? You're going to extract out of there? No. No, they're not. They extract out of here. That's right. It's been a minute. Really has been a minute since I've used these things. So, there we go. Very nice. Now last time, we, did something with this room at least. This time, we're going to do something with this room. And what it's going to be, assuming it's not too bonkers, is the kitchen from Cooking for Blockheads. I bet that green bean pie is not the only thing that we're going to have to make from thermal. So let's see. Let's see first the cooking table. Okay, it's all normal. First thing, we cook a book. There we go. And we craft that. 2 crafting tables and 2 diamonds. And then I think we're going to need some stone. And that will get us our cooking table. This is the heart of what's going to be our multi-block kitchen. Anything from the mod that touches this thing will have access to. Now another thing we're going to want is a pipe. Or a pipe. We're going to want a sink. This may or may not be an infinite water source. If it is, we could have used it out there instead of the aqueous accumulator. Yeah, it's full of water. And we can access water. Okay, cool. Next thing we're gonna want is a stove. This will cook food and only food. It'll cook 9 things at once. So, it's pretty cool. We need a little bit more cobblestone here. There we go. And we will be able to power it with RF, and we probably will eventually. But for starters, when we even use it, we'll probably just power it with charcoal. We'll be doing most of the actual cooking down here. Like you'll notice that green bean pie, that didn't have a, we didn't cook it, we just crafted it. Now, most of the rest of this stuff that we're gonna make is just inventories. That's okay. We're gonna have a lot of places where we need to put things. Chests and iron doors will get us refrigerators. We're also gonna want some of these counters. Alright, let's put a bunch of bowls in here too. See what okay, not much. We got beetroot soup, we got that green bean pie. That's okay. So we got a few more sales on, right? It's not enough. Hopefully, all of these sails on will be enough. These don't seem to burn energy when they're not doing anything. They seem safe that way. And this thing is completely full. I did connect it to, what do you call it, the hammer jack, pump jack, and ran it so that that could fill up. And I'll tell you, not only is there not enough energy to really run this thing, it was all like herky-jerky, it was pretty funny. This low voltage cable isn't gonna do it either. So it was so low voltage we couldn't take advantage of the million FE that was built up in here. So we're gonna move along, I think, to medium voltage, at least for that part right there. Now the only real difference between the connector and the coils and all that is we're using electrum instead of copper, which we've been making in our super alloy smelter. I gotta say that the main spot where you lose is silver. Silver seems very uncommon. Like, we got lead and tin to beat the band. We use a lot of copper, iron, and gold. Tin and silver, quite rare. At least so it would seem. I think it will probably be the same for the wires, right? Yeah, okay. There's our 4 electrum wires. And we will need a regular stick, a treated stick. We can use a regular stick. That is good news. We will want to insulate this. Alright, very good. Insulated medium voltage wire. Now I'm going to put the low voltage stuff away because I'll get confused. I can't reliably tell the difference between them visually. Now what we're going to do is we're going to pop ourselves a rail down. And we're going to do my new favorite thing. And yeah, isn't that nice? And we're going to pop a relay right down. Oh, fancy. That's very, very cool. Okay. And we're going to want connectors here and here. And here? Here it is. Here it is. I think we have to... Maybe we can connect her right here. I kind of doubt it. Now, we don't have enough power to do this. We're living in a dream world over here, folks. But I thought that's not what we're trying to do. That was the wrong thing. Let's use our wire cutters and just clip it. We're going to go up to the relay here. And we're going to go down. And we're going to come over here. And okay, yeah. Doesn't keep it topped off by any stretch of the imagination. And this is going to run down comically fast. But what we're really going for here is this sulfurized diesel. Because we got to go to the moon. And I think it would be fun to use diesel to do it. And I'll tell you, I think there's something wrong with the pipes. This was not sending anything out. Now it is. And now this thing's moving. And it's burning through power. Now you can see how much we're really using to run these two things. So, for the time being, we're gonna... Well, we're certainly gonna clip this one, right? Oh, we'll clip them both. And, wow. And in the course of that, we ran this thing down to nothing. So the cloches are kind of running on fumes right now. Could always clip this wire too. I'm doing a bad job at clipping the wire. That's because it's a right click, not a left click. Now let's see here. This thing still isn't filling up. And these are still counting down. So not only are we definitely not producing enough power to run this stuff out here even fast enough to make it self-sustaining, we're not even making enough power to run these two Garden Cloches. It's a sad day, folks. Now, we do just so happen to have another kinetic dynamo lying around. And, what I would like to do I have any treated wood fences? I don't. I want to try to build us a couple of water wheels. Segments, huh? Okay, so we'll need treated sticks. Probably a good amount of those. I think we need, well, let's make a whole ton of these things. We might even get some more treated wood. Now with these, we can take some of our precious, precious steel and make ourselves a whole bunch of water wheels. We're gonna make 6, and we're gonna make another kinetic dynamo. Now what we're gonna do, we're gonna take a little space, and we're gonna make ourselves a little infinite water source. And let's see exactly what we're dealing with here. I think going up 2, that's backwards. I can right click this with a hammer to spin it around, right? This is the side where you're trying to put stuff. Now, each one of these, yeah, okay. Each kinetic dynamo, I believe, can receive a signal from up to 3 water wheels, and it might even talk about that in the manual. Let's see, okay, based on water wheel. Based on the water flowing around, up to 3 water wheels can be placed against each other. Very good. Alright, we got a little bed on it. Round it, I should say. So, oh, it's getting grim over here with the inventory. We were to, that was weird. If we were to put a little water in here, we would see that very slowly. Let me clear out some room here. This is awful. Get my precious bucket back. We can see it's moving very, very slowly, right? And that's not the voltmeter. I put the voltmeter away, didn't I? Doesn't really tell us much, does it? We pop a connector on here. Okay. It says 11. Well, no, now it's going up. Wish it would tell us how fast it was accumulating. We put another water source over here. We should see that it starts to move faster. Now we're generating power. We're going to need somewhere to store it, right? We're going to need probably all of our iron. So we're going to make ourselves 3 dielectric casings. Now we're going to make ourselves 4 basic capacitors. And what are we missing? We need, okay, no, we need 8 basic capacitors. That's why I had all that stuff. And then we have hardened capacitors. Or no, those are blazing. I thought we had hardened. Okay, it's not bad. We have everything we need. Except we will need a little bit more energized steel, which, you know, is steel and electrum in this. Okay, this is just 2 basic capacitors. So this is not so bad. Got a little bit more of this stuff cooking up. Now this thing is just like the basic, except it holds 4 times as much. And we can take more out at once. I cannot attach this wire here. Oh, that's a medium voltage. I don't want medium. We're going to go with low right now. Yeah, they do look a little different. I think the medium has like 3 of these little coils on them, but there's an opportunity for me to get them mixed up. I'll take it. Okay, is this actually doing anything? Not really. We probably... Let's just receive for the time being. Okay. And we'll turn... Let's see if we can figure out which one it is. Oh, it's facing. Okay. Facing south. We want it to receive. I don't know why it's like that with this. It didn't seem like we had to do that kind of screwing around with the other one. So this is building up, you know, the old forge energy at a pretty good rate, but we could certainly improve on it. I got some glass cooking up back in the basement, but I thought we'd at least try and see if they're sort of like the create ones. Like, can I put that like right there? With, well, it'll send water out all over the place that way. What if we put it right here? Okay, right here, looks like it might just kind of sit. Yeah. Okay. Getting a good amount of power. Alright. We'll get some glass up there. Now, I'm not finished goofing around. I don't think that putting some blocks there would make it so that there's any harm done. But I wonder how far that... Okay, that's about how far that goes. I would love to have like water sources going up here, but I don't think we can get away with it. More possibilities. Let's go ahead and set this up, and we'll probably do this with glass if it works. Let's go ahead and set this up so that the water... I did a bad job there. So that the water will have longer to flow. Like, I feel like that should be pushing it some, right? It's hard to tell. The changes are incremental. It seems to be about as good as it gets, to be honest. At least as good as I can get it. We're producing power at a pretty good rate. Let's see. Alright. Giving it 4 at least. We might have to program the top of this to extract. There we go. Fill these up. And then I guess the question is, can they keep up? Yeah, okay. We're actually running a surplus with the water wheels. Good. So I now have this thing hooked up to a second water wheel. And it's losing power precipitously? I think I set it on, we should have facing west on receive. That's very weird. West on receive. Up on extract, right? Where are these at? They're full. That's good. Can 2 water wheels not keep up with 2 of these? That doesn't make sense. What about this side, facing south? There's south. We want it on receive. Okay. Yeah, somehow when I move the power cell. Boy, I really feel like you didn't have to be so specific with these settings. With other applications, but this is enough to run the two of these. Actually, it looked like one was enough to run the two of them with some surplus. So that will give us the hemp necessary to upgrade those windmills, and we'll kind of compare the two, see if any of this has been worth it. Okay. So, what about this? Gasoline, 1,000 millibuckets in the compression dynamo will get us 135,000 RF. But, in this liquid fuel generator, we can use cryothium and gasoline, right? Well, there's a P1 and P2. But we could also use starlight and, 48 millibuckets of gasoline to get 96,000. Or we could use water and 24 millibuckets of gasoline to get 48,000. I guess the question is, what's going to be involved in the liquid fuel generator? That does look like our best bet. So let's see. This would take empowered steel, gearbox. Wow, not much, huh? Lot of empowered. It's going to be a lot of steel. So, liquid fuel generator, energy output part. That would be the only other thing. Nope, it's just a generic. So, might be a possibility. Now, I have completed some quests along the way here. Oh, and it gave us another 3 water wheels in case we want to make another one. Okay. I wanted to see how this did with medium voltage. Let's see, does it run smooth? Okay, it runs smooth. That's a good sign. Burns through it, pretty quick. But we're getting more and more oil, and that's all good. Okay, almost filled it up. That's not bad. We'll just turn it off from here, right? We should start building up. Or yeah, maybe that doesn't work. I'm doing something wrong with these things today. I don't know what it is. Where are the wire cutters? Now, moving our stuff around, we managed to get another quest reward. That gave us another block placer. Anyway, I went mining because we need some blocks of iron. I've been looking at everything. We're going to need so much of that infused redstonium stuff that I am not willing to go back and forth between the, the nether and the end. It's not that far. It's just like, kind of pain. Any more than we have to. So we're going to try to make, I think it's called black iron. And we're going to do it right here. What we need to do is we need to get some mobs to spawn on iron blocks. And that will allow, let's move this over by one. It's going to be a little crowded. That will allow us to, if we get the mobs to spawn on the iron blocks, it will turn them into black iron. And we'll be able to use that to make RF-powered infusion pedestals that I believe we'll be able to use from here. Now we're going to want a dropper, or a dispenser. I made a dropper. Will a dropper work? I think a dropper will work. We got it upside down, though. Don't do a lot with these kind of things, but when it's called for, it's called for. Okay. Now I think that should put the face of it. Right, no? I'll bet we can flip this around with the hammer. No. Droppers, how do they work? Okay, I think that might be it. Either that or it's exactly backwards. Like you put it down like that, it faces you. So what side is that side? Is that the back side? No, it's the bottom. I think we need an actual dispenser. Yeah, I think maybe that was right. We'll see. We'll see. We're going to take this off the top. And we're going to put a button on it. And let's throw an egg in. Okay, yeah, it was right. They just look weird upside down. You can tell how often I actually mess with these mechanics. It is not often. So we're going to go up here and make something. Now, we made illumination powder before. We used it as a crafting ingredient. It would also make light if we put it down. Oh, there's my other bucket. We're going to take some of it and we're going to make the opposite. This stuff is called nocturnal powder. I hope I have my wand. And according to the book, it makes basically opposite light. Ooh. And the theory is, even if mobs wouldn't normally spawn, they'll spawn in here, so I don't think our mega torch is going to affect us adversely. If it does, we won't have to go far, huh? The boys are right there. We'll just put one in here. Alright, well, is it doing something? Seems like it is, huh? I don't see mobs spawning, though. Oh. Uh-huh, yeah. The good old ring. I wonder if that messed it up. I'm sure that messed it up. Let's, fix what we broke here. And I'm just gonna break it worse. Put some bricks so we can get in and out. Let's try this without the magnet. Alright. You know, I don't think I'm doing it wrong. It said you could do it with a dispenser, but maybe I don't know enough about dispensing. We might... Well, that's not what we want to do. We might... Oh, yeah, there we go. We actually... Oh, I placed another one. Well, let's hope that doesn't go too poorly. It just might. Doesn't look like... Well, we got a stoneling. Okay, the torch is the problem. Somehow we got an astral relay out of the deal. That's weird. Now, of course, with the blocks, we can craft up the ingots. And that'll complete a quest for us. We'll get another black iron block. But we're actually going to need some, aren't we? Let's go ahead and look at the recipe for infused redstonium. Like, this combination crafting from extended crafting. We'll need 4 pedestals, right? So let's go ahead and do that. We'll need another block. And then 4 pedestals. And then that's not what we're looking for, I don't think. We're looking for this. Yeah, we're looking for this thing. So we could take the infusion pedestal from the end. Are these easy to make? They're not bad. Okay, so that's 4 that we'd need. Will we need any more before we take this stuff? We'll need infused diamondium, and we'll need 8 of them. So let's start making that stuff. I think we have regular slime crystals. We'll have to smelt some of this up and get ourselves some sky slime crystals. We'll need that for this thing that we are making. Now we do need some ice for the infused diamond. We can get that from our mana pool here. And I'll tell you, the amount of times I've made this trek, I'm very glad I built this little primitive nether road. We go through some unpleasant terrain, and it's hard to get here without going straight through. Now, I do wonder, just in case our plan here does not work out exactly perfectly, we could set home end? Oh no, okay, we can only have the one home. Alright. Somebody forgot mana quartz. Alright, we made it back. So these we haven't made before. The sky slime and the ice. Looks like it works just the same, and it doesn't take very long to do. Alright, we got 8 of them. We're gonna take this thing with us. Next thing on the menu, empowered aluminum. We'll throw those in there, and that's what we're using our crystals for. Trucking right along. Okay, fancy cyan ingots. We're on our way. What else do we need here? We need the redstone flux coils, and for that we'll need empowered gold. Infused ironium. Okay, we're going back to the end. Now for the infused ironium, we're going to need snowballs. And we can get those from snow blocks in our macerator. This thing's still being a little bit weird. I don't know why it just holds those things in there. So I think we're actually going to call it here. It's starting to get a little late, and I gotta go. But we'll finish up the ironium, and then working on doing some home infusion next episode. So thanks so much for watching. We'll see you then.